All right, great. Cool. We are at Change the Globe Boxing Gym here in Streatham with Mr. Joshua Boateng. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank
Well,
you.
This is obviously round two. Obviously, when I was here last week, technical difficulties, and then it's just bloody nightmare. Honestly, that is one of the worst things about working in media. Things will always go wrong, like whether it's equipment and this and that. But anyway, we're here. Have you training today?
Easy. Never easy, bro.
You're training again today?
Yeah, we started today. Yesterday was off for me, so I went for a run actually yesterday, and then today I'm back in the gym.
How often do you do like actual sparring? Because obviously with boxing it is.
I sparred this morning.
You spar do you spar most days?
No, we spar like twice a week.
Twice a week, yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to spar really.
Because you don't want to, you don't want to have too much damage just in the gym. And how long are you doing these? Are you doing like fresh opponents, or is it like round after round?
Today we had, as far as 2 guys, so we did like 3 rounds, then we'll do in and out kind of.
Yeah. So like a fresh guy will replace a fresh guy. Kind of. Keep going. Checking it still. Yeah, keep going. Yeah, so it's like one opponent after the other sort of thing.
Yeah, that's what we did.
And do you prefer sort of sparring against guys that are your size or not?
No comment. Today it was like more against bigger guys.
Yeah. Because you fight at 140 pounds.
Yeah,
and obviously.
And at least for titles though, I fight a little bit heavier, like 147, 154, but 140 is the way.
140 is that's your sort of perfect weight. Yeah. And how old are you again?
29.
29. So you're still young, where you could grow into like a bigger weight class. Yeah. And when was your last fight? Now?
May 2024, last year.
And that was where was that?
In Naples. Hometown.
Yeah, because obviously you're originally from Italy.
Born and raised in Italy, in Naples.
Yeah, and obviously you've lived here now for what, 5 years?
5 years.
5 years.
Time flew out.
Exactly,
bro.
Yeah. And you've never actually fought in
the UK.
In the UK. And why is that?
I haven't fought in the UK because I haven't got my British license yet. So I applied for my British license, but I still haven't got it. So I had an issue with the board because they said that I had a cataract surgery on my left eye, and they said that I'm not fit to box. Although I brought medical evidence that I'm actually fit to box. I brought multiple evidence that I'm fit to box, and I had one check out in one private clinic in June. And I gave them the evidence, but they didn't really accept it. But they haven't told me the reason why they didn't want to accept it. They just
That's so strange.
Don't want to.
And there's no update on that.
No update. They just leave me blank.
How often do you like reach out to them or get your guys to reach out to them?
I don't think they like me, so I never reach out to them.
But how often like your management and people
they're now trying to. So I switched out from last year to now. I had 3 different managers trying to sort this situation out with the board.
Yeah.
So the first one didn't work out. The second one tried to contact them, and they were like, "Nah, the decision of the board, stay with the board." So the last option was to go with a management that have a kind of weight.
A good relationship with them, yeah.
So I went with the Warren brothers, and they are dealing with it. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but I hope soon.
Yeah, touch wood, it works out.
Hopefully, the plan for the management team is number 1, get me active, and number 2, try to sort out the British license.
Yeah,
that's what they're talking about. So, looking for a date for me. They actually found a date for me yesterday.
And this is for a
fight.
For a fight. Oh, and this is abroad, obviously.
Yeah.
Where would this be?
Italy, Rome.
Oh, okay, great.
By a 4-rounder, and against a journeyman. But
would you take it?
Yeah.
You're gonna take it?
Although we had to pay for it.
Oh, really? A lot?
Yeah, not a lot, but it's hard to pay.
But when you say you paid for it, what do you mean? As in,
as a side, you always have to pay your opponent.
I see. Yeah.
Wherever you are. So even if you're here, I have to pay my opponent, but I'll get the money through selling tickets.
Yeah, and will you get a purse? Will you get a purse as well?
No purse.
So in a way, you're paying
to fight.
So you're paying out of pocket to fight.
Especially because it's in Rome and I haven't got a chance to sell tickets.
Right.
So that's like out of pocket, literally.
So is the only benefit then of you doing this is just to get
in the ring
and fight?
I haven't been in the ring in a long time.
Right.
So I had to take this fight. The management team said that half of them are trying to sort my fights and the other half are trying to sort out my license. So
right, okay.
That's what the plan is right now. I told them that I might take this fight because I need to take the fight, so I'll pay my money out of the pocket, but I have to make sure to sort me out with the British license because I can't be.
You can't do this forever. You know what I mean? What did they say about this? Is it like is this
like,
making progress or?
I'm gonna find out today.
Today?
Yeah, I'm gonna call them and be like,
oh my god! Oh, okay. So they don't know today.
Yesterday they told me about the fight, and they told me that I wanted a 6-rounder. My manager was like, it's not worth it to pay extra money to the 6-rounder because the 6-rounder was like extra money.
Yeah.
So they were like, I was like, okay, let me pay more, and he said it's not worth it. Just get this sorted. In the meantime, we're trying to sort out the British license.
Got you.
So they know what we have to do. The other thing is that I want to know where we are and what we're doing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So, but the problem with the management team is that they have so many boxers that they have to deal with so many.
They have to do with like a lot of people at the same time. Yeah.
So
wow, so that's so interesting. So obviously, did you move when you moved to the United Kingdom? Did you move here for boxing?
Yeah, that was the main reason. Just because the last time I boxed in Italy was for a national tournament and I won it, but they changed the results of the fight because I got hit with the elbow in the temple and I went down. But I didn't beat the count. So they gave me the win for disqualification because the guy hit me with the elbow bad.
Yeah.
But they gave me the win. I went in the dressing room, came out, and they were like, nah, you're out. I'm like, what do you mean? I won by this for DQ. So, but I realized that they didn't really want me to compete against their guy of the national team the day after.
Right.
So
okay.
they were like trying to find a way to take
it's all like politics and stuff. Yeah.
But it's more about politics. They don't really like me. I was like the only black boy
in Italy. Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I need to get out of here.
So that's when you decided you wanted to come
out.
to the UK. Yeah.
I actually had family members who were actually telling me to come out here in the UK. My family was telling me that my friends were advising me to go in a better place because Italy is not that big in boxing. So,
yeah.
But I was so attached to the UK where, so attached to Italy where I didn't really want to leave here.
Yeah.
Italy.
I mean, leaving home is obviously anytime must be difficult, and then going somewhere completely foreign and then doing it for work as well.
You know what I mean? So I'm like. But I had to make a decision because I told myself that was the last year I was going to compete in Italy.
So do you think if had you stayed in Italy, you would have been fighting more regularly because you wouldn't be having these problems with the British border control?
Not really, because we haven't got a lot of people investing or spending money into boxing.
Yeah, definitely.
So I will still be struggling. I'll probably be fighting more on the road. It wouldn't be the A side, so was just gonna be tough regardless.
Yeah, I can imagine that, and obviously because boxing is so big in the United Kingdom,
that was the time where AJ was beating everyone, and AJ was like a big name in boxing. So I was like,
in a bit.
So I was like, yeah, I need to go.
You need to come here.
I need somewhere where boxing's big, but I wasn't really looking for someone like that. I was just more like. UK looks like the best place. Matchroom was blowing out. AJ was blowing out.
Queensbury. There's so many other.
So I was like, nah, I need a better place. You know what I mean? And when I came here, I was like, I went through different gyms, but I realized that boxing's a whole different mentality, a different mindset. And I learned a lot just staying here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So do you think that with British boxing, the mentality here is completely different? How do they view it? What do you mean?
British boxing is more like world boxing. It's a different view. In Italy, let's say even in the amateurs, I never fight in the amateurs right here in the UK. I always want to turn over. But even when I was in the amateur gym and seeing people fighting and competing, they were going for knockouts, they were going for stoppages. And that was even new for me because in Italy, you never had that kind of mindset that you're going to fight someone to stop someone. You never had that mindset.
Right.
I never had that. Or just had the idea to go fight, win, and just get out, but never about you need to win the fight by stoppage.
That's strange.
The mindset is different.
Wow, I wonder why that is.
Right, I'm telling you, when I came here and I was in the gym, I'm talking to someone was telling me, yeah, you have to go for the stoppage. And I'm like, wow, that's so different.
Foreign to you, yeah.
Because it's like, that's what we had to fight for, but it's like, I never had that mindset. No, it was never drilled into me where I had to go there and saw the opponent. Never.
Yeah. That is interesting because I guess different countries view boxing and fighting just differently.
Yeah.
Even if you look at how they fight in a lot of those Soviet countries, the way even in their style, it's very different to how it is in America or Mexico. So everyone's got their own sort of styles.
Yeah.
But what I think is happening now with boxing is because boxing's so popular and has been for so many years, I think people are looking at what can you take from the Mexican style, what can you take from the Soviet style, what can you take from the British style. People are sort of the modern fighters anyway are using a bit of everything from everyone. That's what I think. Anyway.
They're putting like pieces together and try to build the best boxer you can be, taking different styles and putting it all together, kind of.
100%.
But it's hard to do that though. Not everyone can find every way. You know what I mean? It's really tough.
Yeah. Who are some of your favorite fighters to watch and sort of learn from?
It sound probably cliche, but it's Crawford. But it always been Crawford.
Terence Crawford, yeah.
Although they never put all that respect on him, it always been my favorite fighter. So it's been him.
So Crawford's your number one.
Although I wouldn't really take style from him, but he's my favorite fighter, to be honest. You know what I mean?
It's interesting because I feel like Terence Crawford didn't really get any respect or love until he beat Errol Spence. I feel like most people didn't know who he was.
If you see my IG, you can see that I was hyped for that fight because I've been a Crawford guy since forever. And even when they were meant to fight Crawford, Spence, I was like, I believe that he's gonna do it, and he actually did it. So I'm like,
he was. I mean, I think he would have beaten him anyway, but it would have been interesting to see. I feel like Spence was never really the same.
Everyone's been saying
not that he wasn't 100%. I just mean like with the car crash. And
Hendra, I agree with that. But
I think Crawford would have beat him anyway.
One thing he said, and I agree with it, is Errol Spence had a fight with Ugas. And he was really, really strong in that fight. He had some mistakes he did in the fight, but at the same time, he demolished Sugars in that fight. Then he fought Crawford.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So if you tell me after Ugas, he didn't look that well and he didn't win the fight, then he fought Crawford, I will agree with you. But he had a car crash, he fought Ugas, he demolished Sugars, then he fought Crawford.
But I do think there are levels. If you say Ugas and Crawford, it's completely... 100%. Listen, I think Crawford would have won anyway.
But what I'm saying is that Spence destroyed Ugas. Like, he totally stopped it. He broke his bone, orbital bone.
But I do think it is telling that you got to think that fight was 2.5 years ago with Crawford and Spence. And Spence hasn't fought since.
Yeah.
So I do think that he sort of had to take that fight.
Yeah.
And you know what? He hasn't really... I don't know if he's ever going to fight again. Do you know what I mean? But listen, I think Crawford would have beaten him anyway. Yeah. But we'll never know. You mind if I just turn that off quickly?
Yeah, I'm on, bro. What's that?
But yeah, it's interesting. It is interesting. But Crawford is so good to watch. And I know I've been banging on about it, but I did say I was so confident that he was going to beat Canelo.
Is it as well?
Yeah, I bet on him. I bet on him to win.
What?
Yeah, because...
I'm number one fan for Bad, okay? But when I watched that fight, before that fight, I was like, I'm not sure if he's going to do it.
I wasn't 100%. I mean, I was confident that he was going to win. But what kind of made me think that Crawford was going to beat Canelo was these reasons, is that people talk about the size difference, but if you look at Canelo, he fights at 168, but he's a small 168. Crawford, when he stands next to Canelo,
he looks
good
size.
Yeah. And also, one thing about both of them as well, neither of them are power punchers. So it's not like, let's just say, for example, Canelo was a one-hitter quitter. That would be more dangerous, but Crawford and even Canelo, both of them, neither of them were ever...
one punch.
No one was ever in danger in that fight of, wow, he's got that switch where he can just knock the guy out. And I just thought the size is not going to be a difference because really they're the same size. Crawford is too small to be fighting too big to be fighting at 147, and Canelo really, the reason why he can fight at 168 is because he's so much better than everyone at 168, and that's why I thought that he was gonna win. And also when you look at Crawford's first fight at 154 with Israel Madrimov, it wasn't his best performance, but he looked the same sort of size as Madrimov. He didn't look out, but he didn't look outgunned by Madrimov as well, who's not a small guy. So I thought that he was going to win, but listen, it was two of the best ever.
Let me tell you why I thought Canelo was going to get trouble to Bud. The size, the fact that he competed at 168 multiple times, was really more comfortable.
And 175.
175.
He fought Bivol
and Kovalev, and it came down. Remember when they fought Kovalev? They fought Kovalev at 175.
Yeah. And
Kovalev was washed.
He was completely depleted.
Yeah. Plus, everyone forget about it, but he had like...
I forgot about it.
But he had a fight Kovalev had a fight with Yard, and that was a hard fight. And 3 months after, he had a fight with Canelo.
It's a quick turnaround.
So Canelo took that fight at the right time.
Home. And also as well, Yard for 175 is absolutely huge.
It's massive.
It's huge. I think he might be the biggest 175 I've ever seen in my life.
Largest, probably.
Him and because remember like the fight that he had with Beterbiev, those fights with Beterbiev. And Beterbiev is massive, but he hit Arto with some bombs in that fight.
Arto had to take a step back and reconsider.
That was such a great fight, and you got to think that was 6 years ago. But yeah, you're right. Sorry, they fought in 2019. Beterbiev and Yard.
No, Koval. Yeah, better no 20.
I'm pretty sure they fought in 2019, summer of 2019. I could be wrong, but
was it 2019?
But did they fight twice?
No, once.
Well, I think that fight was in 2019. I could be wrong, but I think it was 2019.
Right, I'm missing something there.
That was 6 years, but still, I mean.
No, it's not that far, bro.
Yeah, we're in 2025 now.
Was it 2019?
I mean, I have my phone on me, but if you look it up, I think.
Let me find out.
Maybe latest 2018.
Nah, bro. Was I here? I was in the UK.
Well, because you got here in 2020, didn't you?
Yeah.
So it might have been a year before you joined.
So, no, it's Beterbiev
versus Anthony Yard. I think it was in 2019 in Moscow.
No, that was Kovalev.
Okay, well let's have a look.
When it fought
Yard versus Beterbiev.
No, when they fought in Moscow.
Oh, okay.
It says 2022. No, it said January 28, but it doesn't say the 2023.
That was 2023.
Yeah, I remember. Oh
my days! I thought that was 2019. Oh my bad.
19 was probably when it fought Kovalev. Let me find out.
Oh, maybe you're right. For some reason I thought they had a rematch, and the first fight was 2019. Okay, maybe I'm wrong.
The Kovalev was 2019. August.
Okay, maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
That was August, and then Kovalev after that fight fought September Canelo. So even the time of recovery was like 1 month.
And also, you got to remember, Beterbiev finished Kovalev as well. He TKO'd him, didn't he?
No.
No, yeah, because before he fought Bivol, all of his fights never went the distance.
No. Wait. Beterbiev for Kovalev.
I thought you said he was talking about. I thought you said after.
No, that's Kovalev Canelo.
Sorry, but I was talking about originally Beterbiev versus Yard, and you're saying that.
Yeah, Beterbiev Yard. That was like 2023.
Okay, and
that
then
was in January.
So you're saying that it was Canelo fought Kovalev
at 175
after he had fought Beterbiev?
No, Canelo fought Kovalev at 175.
Yes,
knock him out. Then he fought Bivol at 175 as well.
Bivol. Oh, sorry, I said Beterbiev.
175, and it's like he fought Bivol at 175 and he fought Kovalev at 175.
Yes, yeah.
So when he
right.
beat the Kovalev, he became champion at 175. But I said that the moment that he caught Kovalev was when Kovalev had a fight with Yard. That's why it was
right. Okay, I got confused.
Easier for him to win against Kovalev.
Yes, I see what you mean. But yeah, but like I was saying, I think the reason why Canelo's done so good at 168 is not the size really, because he's that size.
He's like the smallest on 168.
He's so skillful, and what is kind of sad about that him losing the fight to Crawford for me, because I love both guys, is that people now are saying, "Oh, he was never really that good."
I'm like. That's why when I was so unsure about the fight, I was giving so much credit to Canelo because I'm like, everyone's giving credit to Bud, saying Bud is going to win against Canelo. But I'm like, guys, don't forget how good Canelo is.
Yeah.
Because if you put him so low, even if Bud wins that fight, you're taking a lot of credit away from Crawford.
Yeah.
Canelo is that.
He's still great. He's still great.
So for him to beat him, that means he had to be extra good. It's not like, Crawford's going to beat him. I'm like, based on what are you actually saying it?
Exactly.
People are just saying it.
And Crawford, not Crawford, sorry. Canelo did win. He started the fight really well. He won like the first couple of rounds. Yeah. He started very well. And I was like, oh, this is going to be a fight.
Yeah.
It's just that Crawford sort of, it's not like he beat the crap out of Canelo.
He took control though.
Yeah, he took control. He won the fight. It's not like he didn't take a beating. Do you know what I mean? It was a good fight. It was competitive.
Yeah.
But Crawford won. It's
clear
simple as that. Yeah. One guy's got to win. One guy's got to lose.
And Mama won.
And also, when you look at Canelo's career, he's only lost to Mayweather, Bivol, and Crawford. Those are three of the greatest ever. Do you know what I mean? Of the last 10, 15 years.
Controversially though, he has a loss with Triple G and Lau.
Oh yeah. So the second, so he has a draw with Triple G. And then he lost. Well, he won the fight, the second fight, but everyone knows that he lost. And then the last fight, he beat. I mean, Triple G was at the end of his career.
Yeah, that one I don't even count.
No, I don't
The
even.
first two were like, really?
Yeah.
And then the one with Lara, that was really close.
But yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things. I mean, he's one of the best ever, and I think
you still can't argue because what he did in the ring and how he been competing in the ring, you're like raw
regularly as well, active
every year.
He'll fight 3 times a year.
That was another thing where I'm like, how can is Bud gonna do it? Because he hasn't fought since he fought Madrimov. He hasn't been active. Canelo be fighting every 2 years. It's really active, beating young guys, but still competing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's fighting like at least twice a year. So whereas Crawford's probably fighting once every year or so. Like before this fight, well, if you include this fight with Canelo, that was August or September 2025, and then before that he fights Madrimov in June 2024. And then Spence in April 2023. So it's like 3 years, 3 fights over across like 2.5 years. Oh, that's quite a long time. It's inactivity. Do you know what I mean?
That's 3 years, so 3 fights in 3 years, 1 fight a year.
1 fight a year, every 11 months or 12 months. It's not very active at all. Do you know what I mean? So it's impressive. It's 2 ways. You can look at it 2 ways. 1, he's fresh because he's not taking a lot of damage.
Yeah.
But then 2, inactivity, ring rust. It works both ways, I think. Yeah. What do you think about that? Do you like to sort of, if it was you, does sort of ring rust or activity make a difference to you?
I need to fight, bro. But one thing where keeps me positive is the fact that I've never left the gym. Like I'm always in the gym. Like I always train. Like it doesn't matter. It's just part of who I am, kind of. And I mean, I just need to train regardless. So it always keep me taking over. And even if I'm inactive and I haven't been having fights, I know that I can still do well because I always spar once a week minimum, sometimes twice a week. And I'm just ready because I'm always in here, kind of.
Yeah.
It would be hard if I'm outside the gym and I'm not competing, I'm not training, I'm not sparring. Then you have to go in the fight. You're like, where do I even start, kind of? So now, one thing I know that is when I go back to the fight is just to deal with the lights of the pressure of the fight night. But outside of that, there's nothing really taken out of me because I've been training.
Do you have a this fight in Rome? When is it scheduled for?
22nd of November.
Oh, so it's like a month away.
7 days of Benavides and Yard.
Oh yeah. I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah,
there's some good fights coming up. So this fight, so essentially you've got a month to prepare.
Yeah.
How do you go about it? Do you do like 1 week hard conditioning and then sparring?
What's happening now is like I had a little bit time off from my last fight that got cancelled, so but I'm actually ready, kind of. So the only thing is just pick up the training and pick up back up again. So it's like double session, maybe 3 times session a day. Then you start doing conditioning, you do your runs, you do more work in the gym, and to be honest, bro, that is
straightforward.
That's really changed for me. It's just like okay, I just had to pick it up
a little bit, yeah.
It fits my diet, and that's all.
Yeah. And this fight is at 140.
Nah, I think it's 154.
Oh, so at least you don't have to cut loads of weight.
No, not to cut weight. It's just.
How much are you weighing right now in pounds?
Maybe 160.
Oh, so 6 pounds.
Yeah,
that's not too bad. Yeah,
no, it's alright.
That's a hot bath.
Yeah. But it's not really that much. It's just because I need to get this out of the way.
Yeah.
Kind of, you know what I mean?
Do you ever train at other gyms just to get?
Yeah, we spar at the gym, though.
Yeah, because I've heard a lot of fighters say, boxers and MMA fighters say, sometimes they go to other gyms just to have like a different look and get, people that they don't get to train with all the time. So they can be like, oh, I can learn it from this fighter and that coach.
Nah, but one thing I was really thinking about this morning was when you spar in your own gym, you have a sense of comfortable.
You get too comfortable.
Yeah, you feel like it's your house, isn't it? So it's like, yeah, cool. When you go in the other gym, it's like, okay, cool. Now it's like I'm in enemy territory. Everything's changed. But it's more about competing to see where you are compared with the person that you're actually sparring.
Yeah.
So for me, because I know my level and I've been fighting for quite long and I've been sparring, I've been in the country for long, my level is higher than how much I've been fighting on. So let's say I'm like a 5-0 guy right now, but I think I am a level of experience of a 10-0 guy, something like that. Like I have a 10-5. So what we usually do is like spar people who have that kind of amount of fights or who are on the rise and having like good names, kind of. So I had some good names in my sparring, kind of. And recently, to test kind of my level, we sparred Giorgio Visioli.
Oh, he fought on the Matchroom card the other day.
Fight on the Philly show in America.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I thought he fought on the Dave Allen card. It was on the same night. Yeah,
same night. But
it was the same night. Yeah, that was on the Boots Ennis card. Yeah. And, is he Georgian?
No, it's Italian.
Italian, because I saw his name and I thought
Giorgio Visioli.
Yeah, I thought it sounded kind of Georgian, but they have similar kind of names.
No,
okay.
It's Italian.
Do you know him from Italy?
No.
Okay.
I came here and I met him in the Mark's Tips gym. I met him there sparring, but I didn't know about him. But I think he was born and raised here, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
so he's British?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting, yeah.
But, yeah, so I spar him. He's a really good technical boxer, so I spar him. And I had a lot of good sparrings, to be honest. I had the best ones, I would say Lou Makoma, Pat Makoma, Chris Congo, Giorgio Visioli, and big boys as well. So it's to test the level and to see where I am.
Where you're at, yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, that's it actually. So sparring is good because when sometimes you can get easier spars. Sometimes you have to get spars where you have to stay quite switch on. It's like a fight. You don't want to lose points. You really want to stay switch on and focus. You know what I mean? So that's the spars that I actually look forward to most of the time.
Yeah, and how would you describe like your fighting style?
Pressure fight.
Pressure fighter.
Everyone who look at my fights is like, raw. This looks like a long day.
Yeah.
It's more about even the stoppages that I got in my pro career. It's more about keeping the pace really high. So it gets to a point where the people in the ring, they're like, nah,
I can't take it anymore.
This is like, I'm going to have a heart attack.
Yeah. So you really pride yourself on conditioning.
Yeah. But it's not, I don't think it's only about how hard I work hard, but it's also like a natural gift kind of. So natural gift plus the fact that I work hard on top of it.
Right. Right? So to people that have never seen you fight, when you say pressure fighter, I know what that means, but are you trying to say
pressure fighter more like
you're on the gas not constantly, or are you also sort of throwing big shots? How would you describe it?
It's more like being in front of you and make you work hard. So if you punch me, I always try to make it hard for you where 2 punches is never enough. You need to put combination, a lot of work into it. So you get to a point that if you're not used to train as hard as I train, you're gonna gas out kind of. You know? You're gonna be like, end of the session, you're gonna be spent. You'll be like looking around, looking like for a change or like like I've been working too hard right now. Like I'm hitting the guy's going nowhere, or maybe it's a lot of pressure. It's always in front of me, kind of.
You can't get him off you, kind of thing.
It's like, whee.
Yeah. A lot of deep breaths.
You know what I mean? But it's not gonna be enough, kind of.
So what kind of? Because I've heard there's an MMA fighter called Sean Strickland. He was the UFC middleweight champion for about a couple of years ago, and he has some of the best conditioning and cardio in MMA. Okay. But he doesn't. He says he hates going for runs and cardio. He doesn't really.
I hate that.
He doesn't really do it. But he says what he does, he spars every day, and he has kind of like a boxing style. And he says my condition is so good because I fight every day. How do you do? What is your conditioning like? What do you do for conditioning?
So I move in this gym with this trainer from April, and he picked up my conditioning. So my condition now is even higher than how it was before. I always had a condition, but this one right now is way another level. Because after every session we do in the gym, we hit the pads, conditioning. We go for condition rounds. So we do like circuits, we go for runs, we go for sprints after the session. So that's what pick up my condition quite hard. It's the circuits that we do after our sessions. Right. So every day you have a different circuit that you're doing.
Because I do wonder with boxing, because it is so different to MMA, where it's one sort of discipline of boxing. I always wonder what is the best conditioning, because you're always on your feet, your hands are always up. I always wonder what is the best.
It's never only one thing. It's
what I mean is like one together. What I mean is like one discipline is what I mean.
No, yeah, but you mean like it's only one thing.
Yeah, whereas like like in MMA, like some guys will say, you got to do all of that, but then you got to wrestle as well, and they say that's the most tiring thing.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, so what I mean is with boxing, because it's one discipline.
Only one thing that you're doing.
What even is, in your opinion, what's the best conditioning for that?
But that's the problem. Is like you cannot do the one thing. So what I do, we do pads, then we do on the back, and then you need back conditioning because you need to punch something without actually getting
punching yourself out. Yeah.
So after that, though, you have to go back to the circuit, and that's when you're visualizing like the end of the sessions, like championship rounds.
Yeah.
So you're done already, but you have to push yourself to have that in the time. And after that, then you have the conditioning as strength and conditioning, where you lift weights and your body have to be strong enough and conditioned enough to keep up when you're actually tired on or wherever it's happening. It's like your body have to be stronger. So
you're right.
Then on top of that, you have to run as well. I hate running. I hate running, really? Bro. I don't like running.
That's what Misha said. All the boxers I've met have said they hate running.
I hate running, bro. It's so boring. I hate it.
I love running, but I'm not doing it like what you lot are doing it for. I'm doing it just for fitness and fun. I love running.
I hear that, but I still hate it. So one thing I do to get my runs even more comfortable, I get my headphones on. I got buds from Dr. Dre.
Beats by Dre. Yeah,
I love them because at least I can enjoy my music without stressing out with my headphones.
What do you listen to? Music.
Music and just run. That's all I do.
Okay.
Sometimes and coach implement the training where you do some days you do 5K, some days you do 10K. 10K are the most boring thing ever. So without my buds, I'll be like, nah, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Because most of the time it's like, so what the run is for, it's not even for your condition, it's more your physical condition, where your legs have to be strong, you have to be fit kind of, and it's dropping the weight. So it's just gonna help you in all round kind of.
Yeah.
So it's like just have to.
You think, because I always think when I go on long runs, it's not really. I mean, it is tiring, but the worst part is when you get back, your joints feel so heavy.
Everything's like.
So you're saying that helps with boxing because obviously you're on your legs for such a long time.
So it's like you need to strengthen your leg. You need to, even when you're tired, you know that you done the work, so your body can
feels it.
Do it. You know what I mean? That's how. And plus, when you're training in boxing, it's like the conditioning part and the whole training goes up like that to like week 4, week 5 for training. The week 6 be consistent. Then you have week 7, week 8 where you start going down, and week 8 is just easy. Yeah. So once you go on fight week, you know that you did all the worst that you could have done.
Yeah.
And now your body's actually ready.
You're ready.
So when you're resting and going for the fight week,
you want to peak at the right time.
Yeah. So once you're there, it's like I've done everything.
Wow, it sounds so like from a boxer's or fighter's perspective when you hear them talk about it, like they hate it, but they love the process at the same time.
I don't like the process.
Oh, you don't like
it? I hate all of it.
Okay.
So the only reason that I do all of this and all I have to do, I train and running and all of it. The reason why I really do it, just because I love fighting. Me personally, I love to fight. I like to be in there and to fight and compete with someone. That's who I am. I love competing.
And you have to obviously be at your best physically.
You cannot
otherwise, you're not going to work.
So that's the only reason why I do it. Because I had amateur fights really where some guys were just fit out of me. I'm like, oh. And they're not even good. They're just straight hands. And it got to a point where I'm like breathing heavy. I had one fight where I'm like, I was spent. I'm like, what's going on? This is so tough right now.
You're drowning, basically.
And then I'm realizing that you have to always be ready because I love to fight. I don't want nothing to disrupt the fight that I'm fighting. I don't want myself to feel like I'm too tired to fight. Nah. So one thing about me, when we are in there, we're both going at it and you're getting tired. I'm like, sorry, mate. And I've been doing my work. So
in a way, it's like all the skills and everything. That if you don't have the conditioning, you're nothing without the skills.
I probably think that's the most important thing. Although I had to, since I joined the gym and I joined Miles, I had to change my boxing skills as well. That's because most of the time I was so going forward. I'm always under pressure, always going forward, but not really care for my skills kind of. So I was more like Sean Porter kind of.
Yeah.
Always on the attack, always on the attack. When Miles is like, you have skills, you have a good brain, you know about boxing, so why don't you use it? So now I'm like, I have to be more patient. I'm still in front of you, but at the same time, I'm being more patient, let you work hard and capitalize after it. More like Usyk.
Yeah.
Let's say Usyk versus Dubois. You see Usyk being in front of Dubois all the time, although he's a bigger guy, although
harder puncher
and stuff like that. I'm still in front of you, it doesn't matter. And I'll make you work that hard where you get to a point you're like, nah.
I'm done.
Too much. My brain is working too hard. My lungs I'm breathing heavy. My heart is pumping. And then there's so much process in the head where they're like, nah, I'm done. So that's where I am most of the time.
And like you're setting up traps because not that you're setting it up for one shot, but when you are tired, you do make more mistakes. So you can drop your hand a split second.
That's when I'm he fits in my traps, so it's implementing the fact that I had to create more traps, I had to create more opportunities to take it, kind of. You know what I mean? So that's what we've been working on. So I just can't wait to just show the people
your skills and
because
what you've been working on.
Everyone knows that I work extremely hard. Everyone knows that I have a good gas tank and I work very hard. But there's always that one point where I wasn't able to show yet the skill part of it. I mean, because all the fights I've been having, I had 5 fights, okay, and the first and the last fight I won it by stoppage. The second fight, the guy tried to get disqualified because he was also trying to have a heart attack. I was like, nah, this is too much right now. And I was trying to get disqualified, but the referee gave him a chance to the end, but he was super dirty. So I wasn't even able to box how I wanted.
Yes, yeah.
Third fight, I fought a bigger guy, so it was hard for me to drop or to stop. But at the same time, it's like he was tired as well. But I went back to my old self where I was just applying pressure without actually setting up stuff. And the fourth fight, the guy got disqualified because again was feeling the pressure, the pace, and just find a way to get out.
I guess it's good in a way because you're getting rounds in.
Yeah, I prefer that.
Yeah,
that's Master. I don't have that knockout punch power.
Yeah,
I never had that, so I'm never gonna focus into that. I need rounds in it. So if you're gonna drop or stop after the 5th, 6th round, I'll be happy.
Yeah. So, ideal world, you get this fight in November. When would you like to sort of fight? How sort of soon after would you like to fight?
Next month, before Christmas, bro. So I'm 29. Okay, so my idea right now is I need to get everything done and sorted in 3 years. I want to be kind of ranking in the world title. That's who I am. But I know that I have to get hard fights.
Yeah.
And I already know that that's the route that I have to take. That's why I took the deal with the managers, because they're trying to build out Box Nation again, trying to get 50-50 fights, because the people are not really happy with the fights that they're putting on, just because it's only one-sided fight. So I told them that I'm looking forward for 50-50 fights. I don't really shy away from 50-50 fights.
Like you'll do whatever you want them to. You'll do what they want.
Oh yeah. But I told them, they signed me and they said they'll help me just because I'm up for some big fights.
And they can rely on you. Yeah.
And it's like working on both sides. They want to help me. I want to help them. And I'm like, I don't mind. I'll do it. You know what I mean? And I'm confident just because what happened to sparring. I've been sparring guys that are actually undefeated, strong guys who good on resume, a good experience, and I've been doing all right with them. So once you're doing all right with them, I'm like, I can fight them. I can fight whoever is in front of me.
I think hopefully, well, like just from the outside looking in, hopefully you get this, and then next year things start to get some momentum.
I'm trying to get one by December.
What's that? Soon after?
Yeah, bro. I'm in the gym every single time, bro.
Jesus.
I'm not.
Are you on a break? Or is it never good?
Bro, I had a break 2 years now.
I know, but is it not good to ever have like
physical?
Like from training, like even half weeks kind of thing.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have I'm doing a 4-rounder, bro.
Yeah, fair.
A 4-rounder is like I'm going in there doing the job again, out back again in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I'm not really looking for long breaks because I'm not here for. I want to be in the game for a long time, but at the same time, I want to get what I want to get really quickly. I'm 29 right now. I started this sport when I was like 14, 12, 13.
Yeah, like you're at that age where you're still young, but time is eventually.
Now it's like if I have to invest in myself, I have to do it.
Yeah,
I mean it's now or never. I had to.
Time's not gonna wait for you forever, basically.
But
you're still young. Physically
young,
and you haven't got. And the good thing is you don't have miles on the clock. I think in fighting, there's your age and there's your boxing age. A lot of guys, for example, look at Usyk. He's only got about 22 professional fights, but he's 38 years old. Where there are guys who've been fighting, like Canelo, he's probably got about 60 pro fights, but he's been fighting since he was 15. Do you know what I mean? So
that's a lot of miles on the clock.
It's a lot of miles on the clock, yeah.
That's a pro boxer for real, it is.
And in Mexico, they start so young. He's probably been boxing amateur since he was like 9. Do you know what I mean? That's how they do it in Mexico. That's how they do it. It's different.
I've been fighting for years and years and years. It's like, he hasn't even got 20 years, but he got like 60 fights in the pros already.
That is crazy. Do you think, do you train people as well? Like,
yeah, I do PTs as well.
So do you do like just regular people, young people? How does it work?
I'm like, whoever wants to train can contact me and train. So I get young people, I got old people, I got grown people, women, men, kids. It doesn't matter. Whoever wants to get better, that's what I do.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
interesting. Yeah, yeah. And
So I love to teach kind of like I
what's your
love to
favorite to
teach
teach?
the boxing.
No, I mean, like, do you have like a favorite? Like, is it
No,
kids,
it's just
women?
I know as long as you want to learn, I don't mind.
Yeah,
Because if
yeah,
you're learning and you're picking up on stuff, you're like, that's the reason why we've been doing this. Yes,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? That's why I like to teach kind of.
So do you ever get people that just want to train, but then like they'll pay you for say PT or whatever or boxing training, but they don't want to be a fighter. They just want to
Yeah,
do it.
that's why I do PTs.
Oh, really?
I
Oh,
don't
okay,
train. I
yeah, yeah.
don't train as a competitive sport. I just train more as PTs. People who want to learn about boxing,
Oh,
learn
okay.
about the discipline, want to learn about just boxing in
I
general.
wonder what brings people that are want to do that to who aren't they don't want to compete. Yeah.
So I had a kid. I have a kid of 11 years old. His dad was like, I just want him to be tough. I'm like, okay, cool. Because I don't know, maybe someone might trouble him.
Yeah.
Want to compete. I have a family, two of them, where the dad is like, I like to train, I like to move, and I like to learn about boxing. So we do that. And I train the son as well, where I had to let him man up kind of. So I
Yeah.
hadn't since he was a kid. It's like since he was like 3 years now. He was 12, 11, but it was really flinty, really. I'm like, man up, bro. You have to
Yeah, yeah.
straighten out a bit.
It's
And
good.
so
It's
now
good.
it's like growing and being more tough, kind of. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Why do you think it is that so many sort of people and young people, like kids, are sort of learning to do martial arts and boxing? Why do you think that is?
some of them would just want to have the idea of being able to defend themselves, kind of. You know what I mean? I'll never advise to use boxing outside the ring, but it's like they want to have like a tool in the bag, kind of. You know what I mean? Like if I had to get on my boxing stance, I can do it real quick. You know what I mean? If I have any trouble, I can still hold my own ground, kind of. You know what I mean? It's like a confidence thing. It gives you the confidence of like, I have this in my bag, so no one can trouble me because I can actually rely into that in the worst case.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are sort of learning to fight as well because just like a discipline thing.
Oh yeah, most like parents. So I do classes out here in the gym as well, and I train kids. I train like from 6 years old to 12 years old. Okay, and the parents, once you do the session, you have the parents lining up outside because they are not allowed to be inside. And what they want to see is also the fact that their own children are learning the discipline, kind of. You know what I mean? So having a trainer telling you what to do, how you have to do it, and the fact that you have to listen, obey, and respect, that's all discipline. You know what I mean? And boxing brings a lot of discipline into you. You know what I mean? You have to learn and you have to respect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a lot of attributes that come with it. So that's what the
I think boxing as well, it teaches a lot of people because of discipline. It gets a lot of kids out of trouble.
Oh yeah.
I think you hear so many stories about boxers that were getting in trouble on the streets or.
But no, it gives you a place where to be, number one, in the gym and in the streets. Number two is give you a lot of discipline. Number two, you learn how to control yourself. That's for me one of the best things. So where in boxing, when you're in the boxing ring, one thing I say is that if you get hit, you can't just rely on your emotions because that when you get hit more. So you need to keep your head on your shoulders and like, okay, cool. I have to reflect and think of what's going on and what am I actually about to do right now. You know what I mean? Because if you just rely into your emotions, that's when most of the time the problems just start popping out.
That's an interesting perspective. Yeah, you're right. That's probably how most street fights start, is because people, you look to me funny and this and that.
You look and you lose the sense of control real quick sometimes. I mean, so if you try and do that in a boxing ring, that you lose your temper and you're gonna get humbled real quick.
Yeah.
And I mean, it happened to me when I was sparring bigger guys when I was younger, and I'm like, why am I getting hit like that? And you get hit more because the fact that you're getting frustrated is letting you forget about your skills, about your boxing stance, so you have to stay switched on.
Yeah. 100%.
So if you get hit, you're like, you know what? Let me keep saying I had to understand and think about what's going on. I can't just rely on the fact that I'm getting frustrated.
You're right. You know what I mean? And I think as well, when people learn how to fight and how to box, people don't want to fight because they know how hard it is and how dangerous it is in real life. Generally speaking.
You're trying to avoid it most of the time.
Yeah. Generally speaking. I mean, people do have accidents, whatever, but generally speaking, people are just like, it's just not worth it.
I know how hard it is. I'm not trying to get hit.
It's funny as well. Like there's a lot more girls boxing now. Because I watched a documentary in the summer on Netflix called Katie. It was about Katie Taylor, and I didn't realize all of the things she had to go through to get where she is now. Because she competed for Ireland at the Olympics in 2012 in London, but she's 40 now. That was when she was 27.
Wow.
She hadn't really fought pro yet because there wasn't women's boxing was not a thing. When she was a kid, she had to put her hair up, pretend she was a boy to get into the boxing clubs.
I heard about
that. So it's just like wow. And then you hear how big it is now, and like the amount of girls in Ireland and all around the world have started boxing because of Katie Taylor. And a lot of other female boxers like Alicia Baumgardner, Clarissa Shields. And sometimes you watch these women's fights, like a Taylor versus Serrano, or you watch like, what's her name, like Clarissa Shields, and it's getting better, like the quality is getting better. So you think in 10, 15 years, it will be a lot better.
Right now.
And I always say, like me personally, I love football, but women's football for me just doesn't do it. Whereas I'll watch women's boxing or MMA and I'm like, this is basically the same. It's not the same. Whereas I'll watch like the England's women's team when they get to the final or the Euros or whatever. But for me, it doesn't.
It's not the same.
Doesn't grab me. But when I watch women's MMA, like if I watch a Valentina Shevchenko or a Zhang Wei Li or Joanna Jędrzejczyk or Amanda Nunes, it's like wow. I feel like I'm watching the men's UFC. Do you know what I mean? It's completely different. Yeah. It's interesting. Yeah, it's different. I don't know why that is, but it is.
It doesn't grab you like that. Yeah,
nah, I don't know why.
I hear that.
What fights are you looking forward to the most to watch at the moment?
My fight.
Okay.
Outside of that, right now, just the Benavides and Yard card, but I'm not even looking forward to it. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, really?
I have Benavides in the 9.
Oh yeah. Do you know what? Benavides, I think he's very good, but I feel like because he was waiting for Canelo so long, and he's kind of been not for no fault of his own, hasn't been the most active fighter.
Not really, though.
Do you not think?
You're saying that because
I feel like he was waiting for Canelo for ages.
He's been calling Canelo out, but you have to consider who he fought in the meantime. He fought Caleb Plant, he fought Andrew Boo Boo, Andrade, then he went out at 175, then he fought Morel, then he fought
I think Morel, not Morel, sorry, carry on.
He fought Morel, then he fought the other Ukrainian guy, what's his name?
Ukrainian?
Vodit.
Okay,
and he fought him. So he's been active and he's been fighting tough guys. But I hear what you're saying. It's the deception of the fact that he's been calling on Canelo for so long. So, but at the same time, he's still being active. I've been looking at him because I'm not a fan of David Benavides. I don't really like him.
Oh, really?
Just because
I think he's so exciting.
Yeah, but after the scandal of him drugs and stuff like that, you remember? So he had a scandal. He lost his titles because they tested him and it was like under cocaine or something like that. It was sort of using cocaine.
Yeah, but cocaine is not performance enhancing drug.
Not because of that.
I think that's more impressive, to be honest. if you're beating the hell out of people and you're doing coke, then fair play to you. Do you know what I mean? If you're that's impressive.
You are drugs.
Yeah, like that's if you're drinking and taking class A drugs, but you're still knocking people out. Fair play to you. Do you know what I mean? Respect.
Well, it was more about my being a
discipline. It's a lifestyle.
More about lifestyle discipline kind of mindset. But I get it. Everyone can make mistakes. You just came back off of it, and he did better, and they find his way, and he's been doing all right. So I'm not a fan of him as a person, but as a boxer, he's a great boxer.
He is fantastic. Hypothetically, who do you think would have won, say, a year ago, him versus Canelo?
Him.
Oh, really? At 168?
Yeah, and that's the reason why Canelo don't want to fight him. Because how you said, Canelo is not that big guy.
He's not a big guy.
He's not and big it's guy. Just better than all the other 168. But the problem is, what are you going to do when you're actually fighting a good 168? Trying to avoid it, innit? So,
well, to be honest, in fairness to Canelo, I wouldn't say he ducked him completely.
No, I wouldn't say ducking.
The way I see it is that he knew that big payday with Crawford is there. So fair, you can't.
No, but before Crawford had to consider, he was about to fight Jake Paul.
Yeah, but yes, this is true. But the thing is, people have a go at fighters for this. But at the end of the day, it is prize fighting. Canelo Alvarez, let's just say, for example, he retired 3 years ago after the Bivol fight when he lost. He's still done everything in boxing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's trying to make as much money as he can, and he has won everything.
Yeah.
It's different. I think it's different when you've got guys that haven't won the titles. They could win the titles, but they're like, you know what? let me go and fight Jake Paul, or let me go and have a gimmick fight. That's not the same as a guy like we were saying, Canelo, who's been fighting for 20 plus years. He's won everything. He's beaten everyone. And when the guys that he's lost to are the best. And he's saying, well, I can fight Jake Paul for 100 million, easiest payday of my life. Why would I not? Do you know what I mean? It makes
why
sense.
would I go and fight someone harder?
Why would I go and fight Bennett, for example, like not in a disrespectful way to Benavidez, but unless you follow boxing, nobody knows who he is.
But that's the point. But like,
nobody knows who Benavidez is.
I never blame Canelo not fighting Benavidez. Canelo can do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
And the procedures, he can do what people are saying. It's not fighting no one, bro. It's fight. To be fair, my man is making bare money fighting the young guns and saying that it's beating young guns. It beat the Munguia Berlanga. I hate Berlanga, but
he got knocked out by Shiraz, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
But it beat Berlanga, it beat Munguia, it beat someone else I don't remember. Triple G.
Yeah, again, he broke Billy Joe Saunders' orbital.
Yeah,
like
but I mean, like in the last 3 years. After he lost to Bivol, he had a slow comeback kind of. He didn't beat the
best of one. The best of the best. Yeah.
The best of the best was.
Well, he did actually want the rematch with Bivol. He did. He asked for it, but because obviously he was with Matchroom at the time, and Eddie was saying, "I don't think that's a very good idea." But listen, if you want to do it, I'll make the fight.
Yeah, but after that, he was like.
He still wants it. He said he still wants the fight with Bivol. Get it back.
Eddie, you know what? I'm signing with PBC. They have better to offer me right now. And they did. And he beat Caleb Plant and he beat whoever. And just lost to Bivol in the last years. And it was like, my man can do whatever he wants. And he can say whatever he wants.
Yeah, I agree.
No one can really actually talk bad about Canelo.
Because he's done it. Because he has.
He did it.
And also, like, I can understand, like, if you're thinking, okay, I could fight Crawford, who's arguably the best boxer in the world.
But I can still beat him because I had a weight at back. Canelo was really convinced he was going to win that fight.
Yeah. But you never know. They could fight again and he might beat. We don't know. We don't know.
But how you're saying, at the point what you're saying is like thinking about fighting Crawford where I'm the bigger guy, I've been in Monster Stage and I had the bigger advantage. Or fight a big guy like Benavidez and have a hard night and where if I lose, everyone will tell me, that's the reason why I didn't fight him. I'm avoiding the big kid. I'm going with
yeah. That makes sense. But then, do you not kind of also if that is true? Listen, you're going to take the fight with the least risk and the more financial value because you got to think. Let's just say if he had a choice.
But that's how I feel bad though.
Sorry.
That's how I feel bad.
Yeah. Because on paper, you could argue because Benavidez is massive.
I'm thinking that's what I'm saying. I'm going for the easiest.
But to be fair, I don't think nobody criticised him for fighting Crawford instead of Benavidez. No one did really. I mean, I think he went out there and he lost as well. Yeah. So it's like in a way he kind of vindicated himself. Yeah. And like to be honest,
plus Turkey offered Canelo a lot of money to fight Bad because Bad is Turkey friend.
Yeah.
But
and both of them, he's friends with both of them, isn't he?
Yeah, but he's a really good friend of
He loves Crawford, yeah.
But if Benavidez is like, come on, Turkey, let that fight happen. Please give a lot of money to Turkey and Benavidez are not really cool like that. You know what I mean? So he wouldn't have offered that amount of money. So Canelo is like, so what happened was Turkey was like, listen, Canelo, I don't want you to fight Jake Paul. And Jake Paul is like, and Canelo is like,
he did say
that's
that,
a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, find my boy Crawford. I'll give you a lot of money.
Yeah.
150 million.
Because he's got beef with Jake, isn't he?
Yeah. It's like, but they got close together after that.
Yeah, they did a little bit. So, that's what I'm saying. It's all business.
It's all politics, isn't it?
That's why I can't hate any of these guys.
At that point, it was like, come on, Canelo, fight real bots. I have Crawford. This one, I'll give you 100 mil. 150. Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah. Exactly. Because he would have got paid massively for the Jake Paul fight. And also, the beauty of this is, we don't know what Canelo is going to do next. He could now fight Jake Paul for 100 million now. So in a way, he's got options, is what I'd say. He could, because he's Canelo, he can fight whoever he wants anyway. He could either do a Crawford rematch, he could do a Bivol rematch, he could fight Benavidez, or he could fight Jake Paul. He's got 4 financially great options, and they're on paper 4 fights that you never know he could win. So it's like, but who knows? Everyone's counting him out.
It's winning against Jake Paul, bro.
Yeah. Listen, but you never know what's going to happen in boxing anymore. I don't know what to believe anymore. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay. Then let me ask you this.
Okay. Actually, Javante versus Jake.
That's exactly what I'm
What do you think? Firstly, what do you think about it? And secondly, what do you think is going to happen?
What do I think about boxing wise or in general?
Both. So
Okay, so
what do you think is gonna happen, and what do you actually?
No, outside what I think my feeling about it is like fair play to Tank. I don't care. It's like how Andrew Ward said. He said, I don't remember Gervonta saying that he wants to be the best boxer or the best pound for pound. This is just in the game to make money and to get out. So fair play to him. Everyone's criticizing him because it's not taking boxing seriously. It's having given us a gimmick fight. It's not giving us a real fight. Who cares?
Yeah.
For him, he's like, I don't give a damn about what you guys think. I'm not here for you. I'm here for myself.
Yeah.
How can you argue that? It's my decision. So
it's prize fighting. Yeah.
Second thing about Roach, the fact that fact was meant to have a fight with Roach as a rematch.
Yeah.
But my man said it from the beginning. Said I want a rematch, but I don't think it's gonna happen next because he knew about the Jake Paul fight.
Yeah.
Before. So I'm sorry, Roach. My man brings more money, so get out of the way.
Yeah.
Jake Paul. So that's the thing.
What do you think actually happens in the fight with Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis?
I thought size difference. Jake will have a little bit of. I think Tank is gonna knock it off.
Do you think so?
Straight body shot.
You
know what?
I thought that at first, but now I just think I saw the and he can't. It's like, how is he gonna punch him?
100%. But there's a extra money bonus for whoever knocks who out. Tank is going for that money, bro.
Yeah.
And plus, it's like. It's true, but it's not going for the head, bro. It's going for the body. I'm telling you.
Yeah, but
it's saying that for a fact because Jake has a big head.
He does.
The guy is huge. I wasn't expecting him to be that. The guy is wide.
Yeah.
He's going straight to the body.
But the thing is, Gervonta is 5'5". Jake is what, 6'1", 6'2"? He's like 8 inches taller than him. How's he even going to get to his head? I just.
Tank is going to knock him out.
Do you think so?
He's going to stop him. But at the same time, I'm thinking. Jake, I was having the same issue. Feel like, my man is too big for Tank. Tank is not strong enough.
He's not small,
big, bro.
He's small for his weight class,
bro. I struggle with big guys, and I don't spar heavyweight. The guy is a cruiserweight, clean cruiserweight, and the guy is a lightweight, maybe a super.
He's small.
A welterweight at the best, maybe.
I think 147 would be too big for him. He's at his biggest, where I think he could still be very good, would be like 140. And even then, he's
140, but
that's still
145, small. 145.
I don't know. He's tiny. He's really small.
So 145 against the cruiserweight. Oh, that's a tough ass, bro.
But I guess the question is because the skill there's a massive skill gap, but there's also the weight and the size.
Like,
for me, do you know what?
It's interesting. We gotta watch. I'm gonna watch.
I've no idea.
I'm gonna watch that.
For me, it's not even a weight thing. It's the size. It's the size. It's just like he's so big. Like,
he's so small.
He's so small. It's just like.
But one thing that changed my mind though was the face off because
that's what changed my mind. I was like you, but then I switched.
No, I was. You saw
I was like, this is ridiculous.
Jake. But when I saw Tank talking to Jake, I felt it didn't sense no fear, no worry. It wasn't worried, not even one bit about it. It was looking at you like, how to deal with it now. It wasn't like, this guy is big. It didn't show me no worriness from.
I just, you know what it is? I don't think he cares. He doesn't care.
It does look like.
Nah, because if you look at and even before all of this fight, where you see him, he says these things. I'm not retire.
No, can't be asked.
He doesn't care about fighting. He doesn't. He's got, and he has so much trouble away from boxing. So much distractions.
He can be asked, bro. But everyone wanting to beat Jake. You'll be the same.
Oh yeah, he would. He would become a babyface if he won that fight. And also another thing as well, like. I completely forgot about the Roach fight. Like, they were scheduled to fight in the summer, man. Like, I'm gutted for Roach, really, because he won that fight.
Yeah, but Roach don't really like.
He's not a big name. I didn't know.
He's riding on the fight that he drew with Tank. Right?
He beat him, really. We know that he beat him.
You know what? I didn't even finish watching the fight.
You didn't watch the fight? He took a knee. You can't take a knee in a fight.
I know that. Even without the knee, they said that he won the fight. With the knee, he clearly won.
He won. Lamont Roach won that fight. But I'll give Thingy some grace where I just feel like he's so mentally checked out. I don't think maybe now this will wake him up and he's like, you know what, I need to sort things out. But I don't know.
I think it gave the idea of where he didn't really care about this fight, Gervonta, about Jake. But at the same time, I think that it's going to show up because it can't really lose to Jake.
Yeah, but I feel like we say that every Jake Paul fight. Oh, this guy can't lose to Jake Paul, and then they do.
No,
yeah,
I didn't say about no fights for Jake. Always knew that Jake was going to beat who they put in front of him.
Yeah,
except Tommy Fury. That's the fight.
That was the one time I thought he was going to win, and he lost.
Is it? No, I thought that was the one time where I didn't know what was going to happen. When they put him against Mike Tyson, I'm like, I didn't even stay up to watch that fight.
No, I didn't watch it
just
either.
because.
But I didn't have a problem with it. I think people get the two things confused. Boxing is also business. Do you know what I mean? Jake Paul, he is done amazing business in boxing. It's not about whether what he's doing is morally right. At the end of the day,
you're talking about money wise.
He says these things where he goes, "I'm gonna knock out Canelo," because it's a business move. Because he knows that him saying things like that to annoy you. You want to watch him get knocked out, so you watch him get knocked out. So that's why people watch Jake. I mean, I think he's a genius, to be honest. I
rate the guy highly, bro. Because it doesn't matter even if you win or if you lose. It's the fact that he's just competing. Even if you fight Canelo, everyone knows that. Everyone's gonna tune in to watch that fight to get knocked out by Canelo.
Yeah.
But that's a genius move.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna log in to watch.
Exactly, and that's why he makes so much money from boxing.
And that's why AJ entertained the idea to fight Jake.
Yeah, it still might happen. Because people will be like, "Oh, he's not going to lose this one." Do you know what I mean? He's going to lose this one. I've got to watch this. And that's why every time, that's why he makes so much money. Because
records, bro.
You either want to watch him get knocked out, or you want to...
Even the people that choose to fight, when they fought Mike Tyson, I was like, looking at the clips of Mike and then, like, bro, Mike is like, they cut the clip 100 times where Mike was hitting the back, hitting the pad. Bro, my mom was like, the background. That's done for the day, guys.
Because it's funny. I watched it's a really good documentary on Netflix called Matchroom about Matchroom boxing.
Yeah, the coach was telling me about it.
Brilliant. Even if you don't like boxing, it's great. But there's an episode because obviously Katie Taylor's trilogy fight with Amanda Serrano was obviously on that Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight. And there's a funny part where they're filming Eddie Hearn, and then Mike Tyson comes up in the lift, and then he comes out, and then Eddie Hearn turns to the camera and is like, it's always reassuring when you see him going up the lift. He's too old to be walking up the stairs. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, oh my God. Oh, God. It's so funny. I was cracking up. So funny, man.
That's hilarious.
So yeah, you know, when he first got into fighting, it really bothered me because what he's done so perfectly is a genius. If you realize, most of the people that watch his fights are MMA fans, because what he done was very smartly, he got into the MMA space and he was fighting these old MMA guys, and everyone was like, "Oh, he's gonna lose, and it's not fair that he's fighting these guys, and they're gonna show him a real fighter." And then he would beat them because obviously MMA fighters are not boxers. They can fight, but they're not boxers. And he's fighting guys that are old. Like he fought Anderson Silva, who's one of the best MMA strikers of all. Yeah, if they in their prime, if they had a boxing match, Anderson would beat him. Yeah. But he's 50 years old now. Do you know what I mean?
With Tyron
Woodley. But Tyron Woodley, if you watch MMA, in his prime, one of the best welterweight champions of all time. But he's not a boxer. Like he's like a great wrestler that learned he had heavy hands when he wanted to. But at the end of his career, the last 3-4 years of his career in the UFC, he lost every fight and he wouldn't throw anything. So it's like, if you watch those fights, you knew that he was going to lose. He fought Ben Askren, one of the best wrestlers ever, teaches wrestling. But he can't throw a jab to save his life. Great MMA fighter, great MMA wrestler.
But again, he bring all the audience.
And they're old, you know what I mean? But at the time, me included, were like, you know what? Well, Ben Askren's one of the best MMA champions of all time. Tyron Woodley in his prime knocked out Robbie Lawler, but it's not the same thing. And these guys are 40. Do you know what I mean? So he done it genius. He done it in a genius way, and he would do all these smart things where he'd call out, "Oh, I'm gonna knock out McGregor," or "I'm gonna knock out Canelo." So you know what? You have to hold your hands up and be like, you know what? Up. He's doing a bank robbery every time. Fair play to him. I got no.
That
hate
Mike
for that.
Tyson one was a crazy one that he did though.
Yeah, and the thing is, what is smart? What was so smart about Jake Paul fighting Mike Tyson is that he got the generations of people that watched Mike Tyson in the 80s and 90s.
Who never watched a boxing match, but they're actually going back and watching that fight because
Yeah.
of that. So I had bare people telling me, oh, I stood up the whole night to watch a Mike Tyson fight, and I look at it and I was like, that was crap. But the point is, it's not if you consider it was good or not. You stood up and to watch that.
You still watched it, yeah. I would have watched it, but I was out that night, so I was too drunk to watch it. But because I wanted to watch the Taylor Serrano fight, but I was just too tired because the first two fights, especially the first one, was unbelievable. I don't know if you watched the first fight.
Which one was
that? Taylor Serrano won.
The first fight.
That fight was. I mean, they were all good fights, but the first one was so good.
I had Serrano winning the first one.
I think Taylor won the first one. The second fight, I think Taylor won. The third fight, I think maybe Serrano edged it, to be honest. But
but
it is what it is.
Taylor got his number now.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's just sometimes it happens. All right, we're gonna wrap up. So you've got a fight in Italy, your home country, in Rome, and that will be at 154 pounds.
Yeah.
Do you know who the opponent's gonna be?
Yeah.
What's the guy's name? Do you know?
No idea.
He's a journeyman.
Yeah.
Is he Italian?
Yeah, he's Italian.
He's Italian.
I just had to look at him and I'm like, okay, cool.
Okay, yeah, and that will be good prep. And then you want to obviously start getting your license.
Well, my license is the main thing because I told my manager, bro, it's even everything is harder for me. I can't get no spot. I have a sponsor, but obviously
because you're not fighting. Yeah.
You want to see me competing here. You see me helping me out, but what am I offering on the table if I cannot fight?
What sponsor is it?
It's a sponsor. It's a gym, SARS gym in Battersea.
Okay, cool.
So you used to be Circle A that used to sponsor me. It's the same owner, but the gym closed out, so now I sponsor from that.
Yeah.
SARS gym. So.
And then you want to obviously, where can people follow you on socials and stuff?
Black Star _ Boateng on Instagram.
Yeah.
And
do you have TikTok?
I also have TikTok as well. But I think the name is Joshua Boateng #3.
Well, we can find that, yeah.
And
so can people like reach out to you for training and
message me,
one-on-ones and
one-to-one sessions, training group sessions, whatever they prefer.
Okay.
Just if they want to learn boxing, I'm the right person.
Okay, cool. All right, thank you so much, and we'll talk again soon.
Come on, man.
Cool. Thank you, man.
Thank you. That was cool, man.